Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very honored to present my research titled Anchor's Presentation of Selling Purple Clay Teapots toward a Nexus Analysis of Douyin Live Streaming Selling. I am Xixin. First of all, let me introduce myself as the only presenter of the current research. I am an English major, and currently I am a college English teacher and lecturer at Wuxi Vocational Institute of Arts and Technology. Meanwhile, I am also a doctoral candidate in applied linguistics at the City University of Macau. My supervisor was Professor Martin Cortazzi from Warwick University. Here is a picture of me taken at Cardiff Castle in January this year, with the very cute Paddington bear. Okay, so next. My PhD research interest is mainly discourse analysis of Douyin live streaming with a multimodal perspective, possibly with future AG applications, which I'm still learning. Also, my interested project are two aspects. One is vocational English teaching and studies, another is discourse analysis. In terms of the current research highlights, this paper aligned with AICT 2024 themes in highlighting how live streaming intersects with e-learning and telecommunications via educating audiences about cultural heritage and with future applications and services by showcasing innovative methods for cultural promotion in digital commerce. The theoretical framework employs nexus analysis and multimodal discourse analysis to explore how Douyin live streaming promotes the intangible cultural heritage, and in my case, it refers specifically to one product, which will be explained on the next slide. And to be clear, here, Douyin is the Chinese or the original version of TikTok, so it's not the international version. My research is outlined in these 6 parts, and I will go through them one by one. Firstly is my research background and rationale. My contextualization is the live streaming e-commerce industry in China, which is booming in the past decade. I focus on the uniqueness of Xixin purple clay teapots as the cultural heritage product. As you can see on this corner, these are some typical samples of Xixin purple clay teapots and the specific tools, the tool set for making this cultural product. In my literature review, I looked through the live streaming and also discourse through voice viewer, and my study is mainly in the last strand here in the streamer discourse studies under linguistics. My research question is, how is a nexus of practice established in the context of live streaming selling? It is followed by 2 sub-questions. First, what discourse patterns do anchors employ to promote Xixin purple clay teapots? Second, how do these discourse patterns contribute to audience engagement and cultural promotion with the nexus of practice? Here, please allow me to explain what is a nexus of practice, or NOP. According to Skolong and Skolong's 2004 theory, nexus analysis, there are 3 phases: as engaging, navigating, and changing in their theory. And these altogether form a mediated action and subsequently form a nexus of practice, or in other words, a shared community of discourse. So under this perspective, I collect my data from a live streaming room called Daguan's reception room. And a single anchor, Fan Fan, and also a guest porter, Hong Tao, were observed for consecutive nights. I used tools such as video recordings of Xixin meeting and speech-to-text transcribe through Aict. As to data analysis, the process was guided by nexus analysis, integrating multimodal discourse analysis. The focus is on three aspects according to the three phases of nexus analysis. The first is the practice and linguistic resources constructing the social order within the live streaming room. The second is the discourse reflecting audience values and identities. And thirdly, the historical bodies represent the embodied cultural experiences in selling these cultural embodied teapots. And in this screenshot, it showcases the overall design and elements of this Daguan live streaming room. And after initial analysis of keywords, here we can see that the biggest and the most frequent is master, as well as Longshan. It is where the clay of making the purple clay came from. And the anchor Fan always call the audience as their friend, everyone, and later followed by other keywords. Repetitively occurred during the live streaming session. Number 4, I want to show my key findings after the discourse analysis. As mentioned before, there are 3 phases of nexus analysis, and in my research, they are adapted according to this specific live streaming room. In my study, the historical bodies here refers to the top-notch masters, which was exactly the master of Hong Tao, the guest, and the precious clay materials, the heritage inheritance from master to apprentice, and as well as the teapot artifacts themselves. In terms of the discourses in place, they are the anchor's individual discourse, multimodal presentation, and persuasion tricks employed by both the anchor and the guest. As for the distinctive nexus of practice within the live streaming setting room, the interaction order consists of, on the one hand, preheating next session by suspense and bargains. On the other hand, elegant indifference to virtual gifts. If we see these phases in this table, we can see that different phases have different findings and embodied by different crucial elements. In phase 1, we can see that the live streaming selling interaction was constructed as a specific order with their peculiarities. For example, Anchor Fan used emphasize messages that foster a strong sense of community or NLP among his audience. And through his discourse and language, there was a stark contrast between the high quality and uniqueness of the products with the kind of hugely low price. In phase 2 navigating, the historical bodies mentioned here are brought into this live streaming selling room. On one hand, the master lineage exhibit a commitment to craftsmanship. On the other hand, the heritage embodied in purple clay teapots and the top-notch ambience constructed by Uncle Fan and the live streaming room all transcend beyond mere financial gains. In the third phase changing, there is one dominant persuasion discourse in place. This kind of domination was achieved by multimodal cultural elements as well as the anchors, strategic rhetorical devices. And in my case, these rhetorical devices or persuasion were analyzed using Aristotle's triangle. So now, as for the implications of my research, it explores and highlights the significance of cultural promotion via e-commerce live streaming. Next is analysis as a theory or theoretical framework can effectively reveal the sophisticated interactions and the persuasive discourse strategies used within this specific live streaming room. Third, it is insightful for future live streaming practices which are aimed at intangible cultural heritage promotion. As for my contributions, I think I kind of fill the gap by analyzing culturally rich products rather than common consumer goods, such as cosmetics, food, snacks, garments, and so on. Secondly, I try to enhance the understanding of multimodal discourse in the digital commerce context. The key takeaway is the live streaming selling of cultural products can significantly contribute to cultural sustainability. As for the future research directions, broader datasets are needed across different products and platforms in order to enrich the data collection. And a more comprehensive ethnographic study incorporating viewer perspective is needed in future research and studies because currently I only adopted the anchor's viewpoint. So in future, the viewers or audience perspectives can also be analyzed through the study of comment or 弹幕 on the screen, as well as by way of more applications analyzing the backstage statistics. So thank you for listening, and if you have any questions or interest in my study, please do not hesitate to reach out. And here I have 2 email addresses. Thank you and have a good day.